Hello and welcome. This is my review for Iron Man 2, released in 2010. Okay, this is an unscripted review. I usually script my reviews, but I can't really put anything in front of me and all that, so this is an unscripted review. Okay, I've been hearing a lot of bad things about Iron Man 2, effectively. More bad than good. The first film, as everybody knows, was quite a surprise. Not many people were expecting much of it. Iron Man wasn't a particularly well-known superhero. He's probably more so than some, but in general he wasn't as known as, you know, your Spider-Mans and all that kind of thing. So I'm not too sure what people expected, and also you had Robert Downey Jr., who at that point wasn't really known to a mainstream audience. So that was an interesting point as well. I mean, a lot of people were wondering who this guy was, because he'd never been in a blockbuster. He's a bit like Johnny Depp. He kind of did other things, and then Johnny Depp did Pirates of the Caribbean. He became the most famous person in the world. So yeah, you had that factor as well, and it ended up being a rate. Then the second one came out, and I was reading some of the reviews, and people were saying that it lost its way. That Iron Man 2 was suffering from sequelitis. It was too overblown, and it was trying too much. So I wasn't that keen on seeing it, but I did go see it the other day, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised quite a bit. I quite enjoyed it quite a lot. Here's some points I'll bring out what I did enjoy. I know I'm a big fan of Sam Rockwell, but I did think Sam Rockwell was really good, and I didn't think he was half as over the top as I was led to believe. I thought he was going to be like, you know, when Jim Carrey was the Riddler at his worst, or when Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face in Batman Forever. I thought it was going to be something like that, and it really didn't go to that area for me. It was still kind of contained. You know, he was kind of sarcastic in his humour and wry in his humour, and it wasn't like whoa loud. You know, it was a little bit of that, but it wasn't much at all. Not as much as I thought there was going to be by the reviews. Now, that was an interesting point. Some reviews would say he was over the top and comic bookish. It's a comic book movie, you know, really over the top. Then other people say he was the highlight of the film. So you had a split thing. I wouldn't say he was the highlight of the film. I would say he was one of many highlights. I thought Scarlett Johansson, she was good. You know, I think I would have preferred her, I think, to be, this is a totally different issue, but to be Rachel Dawes in Batman. I think I would have preferred her to take over from Katie. I've always thought Katie was better than Maggie as Rachel Dawes as well. But yeah, she was good in this film. I thought Jon Favreau was quite good as kind of comic relief. Some of the scenes didn't really work with me, mainly the drunk scene, which I thought was pretty damn bad, and Scarlett Johansson beating up all those guys at the thing was a bit, to find Whiplash was a bit. Speaking of Whiplash, I thought Mickey Rourke was great, really menacing, really contained, and kind of, you know, the only real outburst he had was on the track, and then the rest of it he was really menacing and quite scary. Don Cheadle was a suitable replacement. I love that line about "I'm here, get over it." That was really funny. I was wondering how they're going to tackle that, and I thought they did that very well. What else? Robert Downey Jr. was as good as ever. Pepper Potts, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow, as good as ever. Samuel L. Jackson, I didn't think was particularly needed. I think maybe there was. I don't think he was needed to be in there, really. The bit about the donut was quite funny, but apart from that, I don't think he really needed to be in there. I enjoyed that scene where where Robert Downey Jr. is watching the video of his dad's presentation, and he finds out this new element and stuff. That was really cool. What else? The action scenes were better than the first, quite considerably. There were some good ones in the first, like the plane dogfight and all that. I'm mixed about the final, because I didn't think the final in the first one was that impressive. It was okay, but I thought I would want it this time. It was starting to look better when all the robots were around and all that. That bit was good. I liked that bit. Though I think sometimes when they're flying on the underpass, it was difficult to see who was who. But the Whiplash kind of, they never called him Whiplash, but the Ivan showdown at the end, I think maybe could have been longer. I wanted to see Mickey Rourke, you know, a bit longer in that scene, which was a bit of a shame. But apart from that, the action that was in there was good. What else was quite good? There's funny lines about, you know, this guy puts a pin on Downey Jr. and it hurts him. He goes, ah, and then the guy goes, oh, it's funny how annoying a little prick can be, which was funny. And also the line about the bullet, and he says, oh, it can destroy anything. I call it the ex-wife. That's quite good. There's other things as well. Generally, you know, the comedy's usually pretty good in these films. The Monaco scene was great. I think maybe the bit where they're ramming him with a car, and you know, that was a bit kind of too comical. I think if they kept it serious, it would have been possibly better. The portable Iron Man suit was cool. In general, I think it loses its way a little bit. It's kind of overblown. I didn't really find the issue so much with the plot. I was able to keep up with the plot. I didn't think there was too many things going on apart from Samuel L. Jackson's side. Get rid of that, I think, but keep Scarlett Johansson and just keep her, maybe reveal she was a CI at the end, maybe, like she was undercover at the end, like you know, she congratulates Tony at the end of the film, then you see her walk off into the darkness, and then, you know, another scene, then you see her arrive at the office of Samuel L. Jackson. That, I would have preferred that. Revealing it and kind of making it a comical thing was a little, didn't really like that. But Mickey Rourke was great. The action was great. Downey Jr. was as good as he was before. And I think in general, though it's slightly more overblown, I don't think it's half as bad as people have been saying it is. I still think it's a very watchable film, a very enjoyable film, and a worthy sequel to the first one. So check it out if you get a chance.